Hello everyone. As promised in the previous video, in this video I am going to discuss the previous year questions of polity. So I am going to tell you what kind of questions are being asked from polity in both prelims and mains. So in both prelims and mains there are four kinds of questions being asked. First is factual one, where basically the facts or the information or the details are being asked. Second is conceptual one, where silent concepts of polity like of rights or welfare state or of judicial activism etc. are being asked. And third is analytical ones, where the pros and cons, the challenges, the importance etc. is being asked. Fourth is of dynamic questions, where the questions are being asked from current affairs. So your static question get linked with current affairs. Do remember, the questions are asked from all these categories in both prelims and mains, but you will find more of questions from factual and conceptual in prelims and lesser in mains. From last two categories, that is analytical and dynamic part, you will find more questions in mains and lesser in prelims, right? So in prelims the first two categories dominate, and in mains the last two categories dominate, and you will get to know when I will show you the exact questions from all these categories in the subsequent slides. Let's start. The first is factual questions. You will see the factual question like how many delimitation commission constituted till 2023, right? Then the 71st Constitutional Amendment Act added what languages to the constitution? Again a factual question. The question has been asked on parts of the constitution, where which parts constitute what provisions has been asked. Again a factual question, right? And you can see in mains also you will find factual questions like the CAG's terms of appointment and the powers has been asked. The role of Public Accounts Committee has been asked, and Indian secular state is asked to compare with US secular state. Now coming to the second category, that's conceptual questions. Here the silent concepts like of rights, judicial activism, welfare state and so on will be asked. For example, you see right to vote elected is what? Again a concept based question. Or judicial review implies what? Again a conceptual question in prelims. Then liberty means what? Again a conceptual question, right? And in mains also you will find conceptual questions like you have been asked on principle of federal supremacy, harmonious construction, or what is quasi judicial body, right? Now come to the third category, that is analytical questions. Here you will find very less in prelims. For example, on CAG it has been asked like whether such report can be used by investigative agencies, or it has the judicial power for prosecuting those who violate the law or not. Some sort of conceptual or applied based or analytical question is there. But you will find of this category questions more in mains. For example, you have been asked how far do you agree that tribunals curtail jurisdiction of ordinary court, or how the Supreme Court keep checks on arbitrary power of Parliament in amending the constitution, or what are the pros of cons of merging the rural local bodies with urban local bodies, or the growth of cabinet system has marginalized parliamentary supremacy. All these are analytical questions, right? Now coming to the last category of the questions, that is dynamic ones. It is basically your static portion getting linked with current affairs. For example, there was a judgment on right to privacy by the Supreme Court in 2017 or so the question has been asked, right? But you will find more of these kind of dynamic questions in mains. For example, Finance Commission constituted, now tell the recently constituted Finance Commission's terms of reference. Then the verdict on National Judicial Appointment Commission came of Supreme Court, the question has been asked. Right to privacy verdict was there, DNA law was there, so again question was asked, right? Then again recently introduced changes in the center state relation has been asked, right? So here you are finding the current affair based questions more in mains than in prelims, but it does not mean that these questions are not asked in prelims. It is also asked in prelims. So basically for preparing polity you need to be quite versed with facts, you need to be well acquainted with concepts, you do need to have analytical abilities, and also you need to update yourself with current affairs, and also you need to link it with static. Then only you will get thoroughly prepared for polity. right? So I hope you get the clarity what kind of questions are being asked, right? Now I'm going also going to tell you the questions are being asked in essay also from Polity. For example, impact of new economic measure on fiscal ties, or cooperative federalism, or creation of small states, right? Or evaluation of Panchayati Raj system, water resource, language problem in India. Or you can see the questions on justice must reach the poor, or judicial activism, and so on, right? So you, by preparing Polity, you can also get sure of 125 marks in essay also, right? So that's why Polity is quite important subject. So I hope you get the idea that how the questions are being asked in both GS and essay, and you will mold your preparation accordingly, right? That's it for today, and in the next video I will tell you the syllabus of Polity. I will dissect the official syllabus of UPSC CSE for Polity for you, so that you get the detailing, or you get the idea what you need to prepare for Polity, right? That's all for today. I wish you all happy learning. Thank you very much.